Morning, my people. Top of the top. Happy Saturday. It is the last day of January. It's the 31st. Yes, sir. 9:01 a.m. Eastern Time. I want to say good morning and peace and blessings to everybody out there, whoever is getting up today, going to work, and maybe going to church or wherever you are going. Um, Safe travels. Please arrive to wherever you're going safe. I don't care where you have to be. Arrive safe. And let's always make sure to thank the. I started it off wrong, but it's okay. Let's always remember to thank the big fella upstairs for allowing us to open up our eyes, stretch, yawn, breathe, put our feet on the ground, live to see another minute, hour, second, right? Um, yes. We always have to thank them. It's like I said, Saturday safe travels. The weather's supposed to get a little nasty. Um, Especially in the New York area, but wherever y'all are at, wherever state y'all are in, I hope that the weather won't be too bad and everybody just got to be safe. If you don't need to go outside, please do not go out there. We don't need that. So let's just be careful while we out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming in, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We always is always, it doesn't cost. Let's push that out there. Definitely got some things I need to work on to uplift this channel. There's a lot of things I see I need to work on, so just bear with me, y'all. I know you're probably wondering when. Bear with me. We're gonna make some changes on this channel. Believe me. So just stay tuned. Uh, oh man, yesterday was very interesting. Very interesting. Um, at the weigh-in. We're gonna talk about that. Uh, and some other stuff. It is fight week. A lot of boxing today. Shouts to all my amateurs who competed last night in Sweatbox, and they're competing again tonight at Sweatbox. Well, actually this afternoon because it'll be early. So shouts to all my amateurs, the winners, the losers. Shout outs to y'all. Shout to Sweatbox. Shouts to everybody who's competing and fighting today. All right, let's get to this Tiafimo, Shakur Stevenson weigh in and what went down after. All right. So, my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. BBO, let's not use that word when we come in here. T.O. beat Shakur dead. We're not doing that here. We don't use that here, okay? We don't want to think like that. I get what you're saying, but let's not use that here. We don't want to think like that. I don't like when people say because fighters die every day, so let's not use that. We can say he beat his ass, cool, but we're not going to use that one. Because fighters are dying every day from this boxing, so let's acknowledge that. Um, Yesterday at the weigh-in was it was a weigh-in. You know, me not really getting in as close as I needed to get. I decided at the last minute. I said, you know what? I'll just go to the weigh-in today. And just to get the content, which I still have some other stuff I have to post. Last night when I got in, I was too tired. Uh, Shout outs to the Ring Magazine Awards. I want to touch on that, but before I get to that, I'm gonna get to that. Um, so anyway, I tried to get as close as I could get to see because I knew already at the press that something, not the press, at the weigh-in, I knew something was gonna happen. I just didn't know who was going to happen with because after the last press conference with Shakur and Tio, I said there's probably gonna be some pushing. Even with Keyshawn and Jermaine, I knew it was gonna get a little hectic, and I said, okay, let's sit back and see how this plays out. Well, majority of it played out like the way I thought it might, but not too crazy. Everybody came in on weight. Everybody came in professional, far as what they weigh. Big Baby Miller, 317. I was surprised. His other opponent, 288. I mean, these are some big boys. These boys should be on the New York Giants. They came in. Keyshawn, 139. Um, Go to my thumbnail and you'll know who I'm talking about. That's why we have thumbnails, so you'll know who we're talking about. Um, so Keyshawn comes in 139. Jermaine comes in 139. Uh, just basically everybody came in what they're supposed to be weighing. So it was pretty good. And even when everybody faced off and they talked, it was all good. No, it's all good. That's why we have thumbnails. So you guys won't have to ask that. Go to the thumbnails and you guys see that. And the title is on, so you should be able to see it. That's why we have thumbnails. Thank you. Um, so Jeff Spark, what's up, my guy? Yeah. Um, Everybody came in the weight that they needed to though, and everything was perfectly fine. The vibes was good. Well, except for the crowd, somebody got tossed out. It was crazy. Uh, the crowd was electrifying. A lot of people came. It was more people that came than I thought. I wasn't really. I can't say I wasn't expecting it to be crowded like that, but it was a nice little crowd. It felt funny because I'm like, man, I should be sitting here. I should be down further. I'm like, why am I? But it's okay though. We just got to work. Like I told you, we got to work. So it's all good. I've been a part of a lot of big press conferences and events and weigh-ins, so it's all good. This year's my year. Just know that this year's the year that I'm taking over. So anyway, we're sitting there and we're sitting there and we're just waiting for stuff to get going. And Tiafimo, Shakur, they come out and we're like, okay, let's get it going. I expected it to be some pushing, shoving. Wasn't really none of that. Tio came out doing a lot of dancing and all this other stuff. And Tiafimo Sr. said something to Bud Crawford, and Bud got out of his seat and almost got crazy, which I ended up missing that part. I didn't see that part until I actually got home and looked at my phone. He came out doing a whole b-boy dance, and I tell you, T.O. does a lot of stuff where he knows what he's doing, and he knows how to get the crowd's attention. I was surprised because a lot of people were chanting T.O., 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 and I was like, yo, that's crazy. That I've never seen that happen before, but that just shows you how many racist fans it is too, because half of the people that was chanting T.O. don't like T.O. Half of y'all don't like T.O. Bay, what's up? My Alabama/Cali sister. Half of y'all don't like T.O., but y'all just a bunch of racists. So of course y'all were gonna go for him because y'all don't like Shakur for whatever reason. Y'all don't like him. But some of y'all fans is crazy. This is why I don't really like sitting in the crowd with y'all. I mean, everybody has a right. You're not late. I just started at 9. You can tell by my time. I've been up since like I've been up since like 8 o'clock. But I was like, I'm not. I said I'll go live at 9 o'clock because I needed to go live to talk about this. So yeah. Um, but anyway, the atmosphere was great. I got to see a few people. Talk to a few people. Shouts to yeah, they don't. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I had some things this morning I had to look at about me getting paid, and they told me because of the war in Ukraine and all this. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me, but whatever. It is what it is. Um, so I got to see a lot of people or whatever and build with a lot of people. And yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. It's fight day, so I'm just excited. I got to sit around and talk to a few people. And like I said, everything went great. My man Shoe York City came in the 125. He came in the way he was supposed to. Shout out to Bruce. Shout out to Carrington family. Shout out to my man Jay, who's his bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole family. Got to talk with his father in the hotel. I'm gonna tell y'all what I got to do after, because it was more than just going to the weigh-in. This is where shit got crazy. This is where shit got crazy. Hold on, babe. Uh, yeah, I know. I yeah. So this is where it got crazy. So after seeing everybody make weight, seeing everybody up there, I'm happy. Yeah, all right, babe. Um, Seeing everybody up there, I'm getting all the footage I can get because I don't have my I don't have this with me to hold my phone up. So a lot of times if you see the phone maybe doing that, it's because I gotta hold the phone up. To hold the phone like that for a certain amount of time, and I'm not really used to doing that all the time. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I tried to get what I can get up there. So after seeing everybody come in and make weight, see this one, that one, and I'm like, okay, yeah, my tripod, I didn't have it, man, and I could have walked in there with it too. I didn't think they were gonna let me in with it, but I could have walked in with it. I'm mad as hell. But anyway, everybody makes weight. Fine. We see Devin Haney there, Bill Haney. A couple of other people are in the building, the show support. You know what I mean? Because either one of these guys, or hopefully Shakur in the future, him and the Devin fight will get going. If not, shit happens. So after all that, the weigh-in ends. So all right, what's up? What's up? Happy Saturday. After the weigh-in ends, I decided to make my way down further. I said, okay, I'm gonna get down further. I see a few people I know. You know what I mean? A few fighters, a few people I'm cool with on the gram, and you know what I mean? I see Jill Diamond from the WBC. Jill, great lady. Yeah, yeah. So we see all that, right? I see a lot of people in the building. So I go down and we get down further. As we get down further, because I'm about to put my camera on Devin, I said, let me just get some footage of Devin. And I'm about to do that. And as I'm about to put my camera on Devin, well, a fight breaks out. Oh, the Jermaine Ortiz, I should have went back. The Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn looked like it was about to get a little out of control, but I forgot to mention that part. What's going on, Tay Tay, my Long Island sister? But other than that, I just so happened to look to the right. Shit spent out of control. A big ass brawl with the Haneys and Tiger Johnson. I'm like, oh shit. Now, mind you, I'm not really knowing it's him until I know it's him. And it's like, oh my God, what just happened? I mean, pure chaos erupts. Now, of course, like everybody else, I'm not going to make this video for clickbait. It ain't for views. That's the reason why when you look at my thumbnail has nothing as far as a picture with Tiger up there, right? No, I didn't get footage of that. I thought I was getting footage of it, and then come to find out I was doing some other shit with my phone. But everything happened so fast, and I'm mad that I didn't get it. But there's like 20 videos out of that right now. People were putting videos out on that yesterday, like soon as it happened. People were putting videos out, but the story gets deeper. So they calmed the brawl down. Devin Haney and his family is leaving. You know, they're leaving out. But Tiger is frustrated. He's mad. You know, you get jumped. I don't know. For you people who have never got jumped, don't know what it feels like. It's different from losing a one-on-one fight to getting jumped. When you lose a one-on-one, it's like, okay, I lost. But when you get jumped, it's something about your pride that's not going to let that go. Where you like, yo, I got to get my get back. But if I catch one of y'all, I'm going to light y'all asses up. I don't care who I catch. You got, yeah. So, and the only reason why I'm mentioning this, lots of videos on it, different angles. Exactly, Jeff. Now, I'm not mentioning this for clickbait. I'm not mentioning this to get views. Because if I really wanted to get views or mention it like that, I would have put Tiger's face on there mentioning him. So, but that's not what it's about. The only reason why this is mentioned is because it's part of what happened in the weigh-in. I ain't got nobody. I mean, I'm Team Shakur, but I'm just want to sit back and enjoy the fight tonight. I ain't really picking. I don't really pick fights no more. I just like to sit back and enjoy them. That's how I stay out of all that. Yo, your man lost and all this. Because as soon as you pick somebody and somebody loses, then people want to be like, your man lost, your man lost. I'm not with none of that sucker shit. Like, leave me alone. This is boxing. I mean, so as the Haneys are leaving the building or walking out, Tiger goes towards them. And it all just erupted. It just all erupted from there. I'd be like, he ain't. Yeah, listen, bae, please. They be acting like these fighters don't pay me and I don't pay them. So at the end of the day, it don't matter to me who wins. So he's going out the door. Now, as I'm going around, because I want to get my camera together, but I can't get my goddamn camera together because at this point, security is trying to stop the fight. Because you got to understand, it was everybody taking this swing. And everybody else, as far as the fans, they got their cameras out. And I get there and I'm just like, my cousin. Oh, Cuzzo, what's up, Cuzzo? Holy shit. What up, Cuzzo? No, take that off, babe. I just said what's up to my cousin. Why would you block him? You ain't hear me just say what's up, cousin? Unblock him. That's my cousin. Unblock him. Yeah, there you go. That's my family. Yeah, so it was when we get outside. What's up, Cuzzo? I'm chilling, man. What's up? I'm gonna hit you behind scenes. Yeah, no, you did it too fast, babe. Slow down. I'm glad you a shooter, but slow down. Slow down. I appreciate you though. So we get ready to get out the door, And the minute we get out the door, or I'm trying to get towards the door, Devin Haney comes out of nowhere and just, you see in the video, there's a video that y'all have to see that Devin came out of nowhere, socked him. I know, Vay. I know. That's why I'm glad you're here, because nobody else will catch it. So Devin came out of nowhere and socked him. Bah! And Devin hit him but ran. I don't know if y'all seen it in the video. Devin popped him and got up out of there. And I'm just like, oh shit. But we getting out the door, we all almost get arrested. I'm like, how we almost, like, they getting crazy with us as if we were the ones that jumped them. I'm like, yo, we just trying to see what's going on, but we also trying to get out the door. And by the time we looked, they had Tiger on the floor. If there's a video where you see they kicking him and it just got bad. It got real bad. Um at the moment when it happened yesterday, it was like, yo, it was crazy. But let's just be real, right? You know what? Yeah, Bo, what up? Um, Somebody said yesterday, shout out to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV. Blue Blood said that's that could be a lawsuit. You could put it on the fighter, and you could put it on the venue for having poor security. Let's be real. Poor security. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. If that was the Barclays Center, one thing I can say about the Barclays Center, um, you may not like their security because majority of them dudes are Brooklyn dudes, and you know how they are, but they hold shit down. One thing I can say about them, that would have never happened in no damn Barclays Center. Even if some shit popped off, they gonna get that shit under control. Them weak ass security guards they got over there, boy, is I hate to say it, boy, they weak as I don't know what. Because there was no reason why it should have popped off twice. It didn't just pop off one time; it popped off twice. What's going on, fam? I see. Oh, I thought you had a wrench. Wait a minute. Why you ain't got a wrench? Why you ain't got a wrench, my dude? Hold on. Valley, you ain't got a wrench? Okay. Oh, now it says add you as a moderator. Okay. I add you on. Yeah, so that was I think let's be real, right? We can call it unprofessional. We can say we seen this happen with Keyshawn Davis and his brothers when they jumped homeboy last June. Oh, which one? The one I gave a wrench to? No, the one you just see me give a wrench to. Nah. I ain't got nobody, cuzzo. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it. I'm not really picking, even though I'm Team Shakur, but I'm not really picking. I'm chilling tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to sit back and enjoy some boxing. That's all. But we get out the door, like I said, shit just got crazy. Um, these type of situations shouldn't happen with these fighters. And Sean, who is the brother of Devin Haney, his younger brother, was the one that Tiger got into it with. He shouldn't have got into it with him. He shouldn't have got into it with him. Because Sean is probably no more than maybe 14, 15 years old. And you know how these young kids are with their mouth. You can't pay attention to them all the time. And a lot of times, these little kids need to be slapped up because they be talking real crazy. but you can't pay attention to them. So, but it just got bad. It got bad. Tiger eye was swollen. His mouth was busted. Um, if he's still in New York, and if he's still in New York, which I'm sure he's still in New York in the hotel, when he wakes up today, if he's not up already, it looks bad for him. It looks real bad for him. Um, it's some shit that shouldn't have happened. Lawsuits should be. I don't know, but guys are fighters, so their pride is not going to allow them to file a lawsuit. Their pride, because they're fighters. So with a fighter, a lot of times he's not looking for a lawsuit. A lot of times he's looking to get his get back. Yo, that shit was crazy. I'm right in the middle of this shit too, man. I'm right in the middle of why they brawling. Like, I'm talking about punches was thrown, and I'm like, oh shit, like what the I'm getting on my Mayweather, like, God, hold on, because that's how crazy it got. I'm telling you, like, you think I'm playing, I'm damn near like this in the crowd, like, yo, what the fuck? Because this punch is being, I'm like, yo, hold on, whoa. Security, they're about to lock us up. We like, whoa, we didn't jump the man. What the fuck? I like Tiger. I've met Tiger. I met Tiger. I met his the guy who used to coach him. So no, and besides, what the hell I look like jumping somebody? Crazy? I mean, back in the days we did shit, but that's besides the point. What we look like doing that though? So just to give everybody a heads up, for the rest of this year, till next year, to the year after, to whenever, this beef, this is beef. This is an issue. Tiger Johnson versus the Haneys are gonna go on forever. Forever. This beef is gonna go on forever. When you get jumped, just like Keyshawn Davis and old boy out in VA, they got beef forever. So wherever they see each other, again, it's gonna be up. It's gonna be up. But that situation, even in VA, wasn't as bad. They had that a little more under control than yesterday. Now, luckily, that fight was in the venue, right? Because it could have been much worse had that fight would have been outside the venue. But it might as well been outside the venue because it wasn't nobody. It wasn't nobody there to. It wasn't no real security. Um, we talked about it a lot after leaving because that was the talk. That probably was more of the talk than the weigh-in. So the biggest shit for this week, and this is a messed up way to bring the new year in, but the biggest, and mind you, I told y'all every time when it's fight week, whether if it's a press conference or a weigh-in, what happens? Shit happens. You would have thought it would have been Team Shakur versus Team Lopez. Maybe a brawl would have broke out with them. But the people that was involved in the brawl, people that's not even involved on the card. It's crazy. Um, and I think what upset Devin was when he came off the podium from talking to Sergio Moore and them, and he asked Sean, his brother, his little brother, what happened. After he told him what happened, from there on, Devin wasn't trying to hear it. He went to go look for him, and when they found him by that exit door, I'm gonna tell you what it looked like. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it looked like, and I'm not being funny when I say this. Y'all ever seen the video with Tupac in Vegas at the casino stomping that dude out? Remember him, Suge Knight, and all of them, all the Death Row members were stomping that dude out? That's exactly what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like. That's exactly what it looks like. If you go back to the Death Row video with them, it looked exactly like that. Yes, Orlando Anderson. That's what it looked like. I hate to say it, Tiger Johnson was Orlando Anderson yesterday. The only difference is, I don't know if Orlando was looking to fight back after, but Tiger was looking to fight back. Because after all that, you would have thought Tiger would have tapped out. He would have left. He'd have said, fuck it, I took an L on this. Let me just get out of here. If I see y'all in my city, if I see y'all in Vegas, wherever I catch y'all is up. This man was still trying to fight Dolo. I can't call him crazy. I just got to give him some. Hey, man. I mean, it ain't about being gangster or tough, but I got to give him some props on that. Death Row stomped out. Yeah. Well, yeah. But it's crazy how it turned out. It should have never turned out to be that way. And the thing is, with boxing's already filled with a lot of macho people. Yeah, I know. I was just reading something on him when I was just looking at a documentary on him. Um, so it's already filled with a macho people. That's what boxing's filled with. Boxing's filled with a lot of macho people, and to see that happen is just crazy. Dropping the T. What's up? Um, me and my brother Blue Blood came out of the garden and we were walking with Team Haney. As Team Haney's going back to their hotel, we're walking with them. Now we're not knowing what's going to happen. So, we get to the front of the garden, and because we came out the other way, we get to the front of the garden. Team Haney got about 4 or 5 vehicles, man, and they popping up in and I'm asking Blue. I said, "Yo, what's going on?" He's like, "Yo, we're gonna go back to the hotel." So at this time, I could have went home, but I felt like if they get in this hotel and he find out where they at, this shit could erupt. But this is good and it's not good. Let me tell you why it's not good. With these hotels, especially in New York, when you're in Manhattan, any hotel, right? Any hotel in the world. But when you come to New York and you're in Manhattan, they don't want all that gangster tough guy shit. They don't want any of that because it scares their people away who's coming there for whatever reason. Some people come to visit New York. Some people are on a business trip, right? You get a lot of people who come to this city to spend their hard, good money. So you don't never want to be in a situation where now a fight pops off in the hotel, and now you got these good old folks in there scared or confused, and they don't know what's going on, and they're like, "Listen, what's going on?" And we can't stay here. We can't stay here. If this is what it's gonna be like, and you know, in the hotel, it ain't no metal detectors, so at any time somebody can walk in there. Not saying they would do it, but this world is crazy. Somebody walks in there and they start shooting. Um, it could possibly happen. And it's not going to be the fighter. It's always somebody with the fighter. It's always somebody with the entourage, right? That feel like they got something to prove. Everybody does that. So it's not really good for business. Um, because, like I said, even though the fighters are there, you have a lot of people that come there and spend their money. They spend their money, and they shouldn't have to be frightened, or they shouldn't have to second guess, because you have some people who come to these hotels and they come on a regular, even if they're not from New York. Or every time they got a business trip, you got people who might come to this one particular hotel that might have been a customer for the hotel for 15, 20 years. And then here it is. They like, we never dealt with this in 15, 20 years. And then all of a sudden we come here and it's like, shit, this is what it's, and we our people already looked at as if we can't control ourselves. Um, and we have to show them that we can be more professional than that. But boxing has a lot of macho people. Boxing has a lot of people where some people are just not going to walk away from a problem. But um, believe me, after what happened on the 30th of January, from now to the end of this year to next year, changes a lot of things in the sport of boxing. It changes a lot of things in boxing that 20 years from now, we're going to have a lot to talk about because that was something that we didn't expect. I mean, you have to expect the unexpected, but we've seen brawls break out. We've seen, 101s, whatever you want to call it. But that right there was a game changer. I'm hoping Tiger Johnson is okay. Um, Hopefully there's no lawsuits being filed. I doubt it because, it's boxing, right? So you got to expect these things to happen. This is why I tell a lot of you content creators, if you ever out here talking crazy, that could be you too. It's never just fighters getting into it with fighters. You know, that's a perfect example for some of you content creators. That's why some of you play it safe and don't go to these fights because that very well could be you. Can you imagine going somewhere and you getting attacked like that by a fighter's team? So for some of you content creators that think it can't happen to you, it can happen. Y'all ain't too big to get touched. It can happen. So all you guys that talk boxing from at home, continue to keep playing it safe. That would be the smart thing to do. Because if you know you're not built like that, play your position. Play your position. Because that could very well be you. Like I said, I hope Tiger Johnson's okay. Shows people with money on both sides. Yeah. Having all the money don't change you having that mentality. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't change anything, but this is why I always give people the heads up of if we're not careful about how we speak and what we say, that could very well be you. It can very well be you. And it just doesn't happen with fighters. Because fighters are gonna be fighters. Um, I think brawls and fights have been happening at press conferences and weigh-ins for some time now. But now it's just getting worse now, whereas the entourage is jumping you now. And shit happens, man. Um, Sometimes you have to learn how to just take a L, or you have to. It's not really about taking an L. Sometimes you just gotta walk away and be like, "Is this shit worth it?" Because with social media now, they make a meme out of everything now. Lawsuits needs to happen. Uh, I think the lawsuit does, but the problem is because Bo, you're a fighter. Because of a man's pride, now they'd be like, I don't want no money. I want to get it back in blood. And getting it back in blood, I can't say doesn't solve anything. But the problem is now, Bo, what we have is now for the rest of this year, no matter what city, no matter what county, no matter what country, whenever Tiger Johnson is around somewhere and Bill Haney's around, not just Devin, but any of them, it's up now. It's up now. So let's just say if Bill Haney got a fighter that he's training and they just happen to be from Ohio, or he's fighting in Ohio, no matter what part of Ohio it is, Toledo, Cleveland, Cincinnati, it's not going to even matter. As soon as Tiger Johnson get whiff of that, it's on and popping. And the crazy thing is, it's kind of hard to do something to Bill in New York, and it's going to be kind of hard to do something with him in Vegas. because even though they're not from Vegas, they've been living in Vegas for some years now. So they got a fan base and they got family there. It's hard to do something to him in New York because he has a fan base here. And Bill Haney lives in New York. He has a place here. He has a lot of New York fighters that's up under him, that he's cool with and all. So it's kind of difficult, man. But I tell you what, they need to get control of these venues and these punk ass security guards they got. All these dudes be so thirsty to want to be security in these venues and don't even do their job. I'm just gonna be real with you. When y'all having these weigh-ins, NYPD got to be on standby or undercover cops. I'm just being real because innocent people will get hurt. Now, thank God. I don't want to say thank God because that fight was, because even with the media, they could have got hurt. Innocent people that got nothing to do with it could get hurt. Um, it's crazy. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Bo. That lawsuits need to come in, but because of a man's pride, they're not gonna do it. Yeah, yeah. So it's fortunately it's a sad thing that happened. It comes with the sport. I hate to say it. We seen it happen with Keyshawn Davis last year. We seen a couple of brawls and incidents happen. John, what's up? Yeah, these security guards, man, these dudes, and they'll be want to get so tough with you, and they be want to talk crazy, and it's like y'all not even about that. Like, stop it. But you go to the Barclays Center, and I'm not even too crazy about Barclays Center security because some of them do a little too much, but they do their job. One thing I can't not take away from them, they do their job. Any brawl that's about to happen or any fist fight that's about to happen, I have literally watched security in the Barclays Center lift people up, and you ain't gonna swing on one and don't think the other ones ain't gonna come help. You lost already if you think that's gonna happen. So yeah, like I said, the weigh-in was great, but it was just fortunately it had to end that way. It had to end that way, and this what can we do? Now, what you guys are gonna go in there and do, you're gonna go now. We got to see Tiger Johnson versus Devin Haney. Y'all gonna do it if y'all ain't do it already because Tiger's at 47. Y'all gonna do it now. I know y'all gonna do it. Just because of that, y'all gonna want to do it. And that's not gonna fix anything for you people that don't know nothing about boxing. If I'm him, I'm making Tiger Johnson versus Devin Haney next. Let me tell you something. That's not gonna fix the problem. It's not gonna fix the problem. Um, it's just sad that it had to happen, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's sad that it had to happen. Wish it never did. Shit happens. Sometimes we have to learn how to get away, stay away, and when it comes to these little kids, sometimes it ain't worth saying nothing to these little kids, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially kids that's involved in boxing or kids who think they can fight. It's not worth saying nothing because we're living in an era where these kids ain't got no respect for no adults. Like we said our smart shit to adults, but we know who to, you know what I'm saying? We know who to say something to and who not. Sometimes you gotta leave these kids where they at because that's exactly what they are. They're kids, they're little boys and they're little girls that think they grown because they roll with grown people. You gotta leave people where they at because you slap a little kid, how that's gonna turn out. Then people are looking at you like you're the adult. You're the adult, right? 'Cause that's what they tell you. You're the adult. He's a child compared. You're old enough to be his brother. I don't play with these kids. I don't play with kids in New York. I don't play with kids in no. I'm not playing with no kids. Period, man. I'm not, because I'm too grown for it. I'm too grown for it. I don't play with nobody my age or older. I damn sure ain't gonna play with no child. I had no time to play with that. I'm on a different type of time, and I'm just not going. You're not gonna play with me like that. You're not gonna play with me like that. You're not gonna come for me. Um, and fortunately, Tiger had to take a loss. Um, he had to take one, and I'm mad that he had to take it like that. Nobody deserves that. But if you just so happen to put yourself in that position, it happens. A lot of this started on social media with the back and forth. And then this is what I be telling y'all. When y'all do this back and forth on social media, when you see somebody in person, what do you think is gonna happen? I'm just asking. When you see somebody in person after you've been talking crazy on social media, which this is the reason why some of y'all need to keep off that shit. And then when you see them in person, the energy is not the same. Or at least you thought it, whatever you thought. So yeah, it's just fortunate it had to happen that way. It's sad. And we see what happens from there, man. Because we know this is gonna get bad. The fights tonight. I don't know if I believe Tiger's still in New York. I don't know if they're gonna let him in the garden tonight. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they might have told him to get out of here and go back to Ohio. Because after having a brawl in the garden, I doubt if they're gonna turn around and let you come back to the garden. These venues do have their rules. It's not like you being a regular person and getting tossed out the garden, and the garden don't know who you are, and you can come back the very next day unless somebody recognizes you and go, "Hey, he can't come here because he just got kicked out of here yesterday." But when you're on the status they are, it's kind of high. It's kind of hard to hide who you are. Yeah, I am. I'm definitely am. I just know somewhere either in the crowd or at the lower level that is going to be it's gonna be some shit tonight. It's gonna be some shit tonight. Please believe that. Um, it is not gonna be any kumbayas tonight. Somebody gonna get their ass whipped, and it's gonna get whipped bad. And I'm not even talking about the main event. I'm just talking about period that somebody is going to get their ass whipped. I just hope there's no more incidents like it was like yesterday. And it's kind of hard to say that because, like I said, boxing brings boxing makes everybody think that they can fight. And I'm not talking about just the guys who's actually involved in the sport. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about far as fans. Boxing makes everybody think they can fight. I don't know why. Everybody thinks they're a fighter, either because they've been to a gym once or twice, or they think they know how to shadow box, they know how to throw a jab, or because they've been in fights in the streets. Boxing makes all y'all think y'all can fight. That should just be comical to me because I'm like, man, stop it. Yeah, it got everybody out here thinking they can fight, man. Some guy right after the fight, right? Some guy right after the fight, Bill Haney and them is already amped up, trying to, get everything together. You got some guy in the crowd yelling at them. Some guys yelling at Bill and them, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Now, what if Bill and them would have rushed through security and tried to get to you? Because they still got to be professional. And I'm like, some of you fans just need to shut up. Y'all want to taunt these fighters. Y'all want to taunt these coaches, and knowing damn well y'all can't whoop them. And the minute they do something to y'all, y'all hollering about a lawsuit. Like, I don't get it. As soon as one of these fighters or these coaches slap the shit out you, y'all gonna be looking to sue the venue because y'all gonna say security didn't do anything. They let them past them, and he hit me. That's all y'all looking for. That's all y'all looking for. Let's be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Can't none of y'all whoop these coaches or whoop any of these fighters. But as soon as they put their hand of guard on you, you gonna be quick to file a lawsuit. If y'all don't sit y'all non-boxing asses down and shut up, y'all get a little beer in y'all system, and y'all don't know how to act. Y'all think y'all fighters. Y'all really, really be thinking y'all fighters. And that shit is comical to me. I don't like it and I don't respect it because it just be goofy to me that, especially when you just seen a man's son get attacked, and he goes to defend him, and y'all messing with him after that. You know, the crazy thing is this, right? Devin and Bill is already not liked. They're already not liked. So because of that yesterday, they're really going to be disliked now. See, because a lot of y'all look for a reason to already not like a fighter that's already not liked. And yesterday's a prime example of not liking them. Now, stop me when I'm wrong. Some of y'all don't like Devin because he got a father, or whatever the case may be. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. So, yeah, sorry, y'all. I was writing somebody. Nah, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Angie, what's up, yo? Angie, yo, you should have been at the weigh-in yesterday, Angie. Damn, you missed the weigh-in. KLG, what up? What's poppin', fam? Angie, you should have been at the weigh-in, man. Or it was free. So, yeah, all you like you dudes that be popping shit to these fighters and coaches, please, man, stop that shit, man. Stop it. And check it though, right? You have a right to dislike whatever fighter that you want to. But it's just sad how when fighters are disliked already, they give them more of a reason to be disliked. Um, so I'm expecting Devin Haney and them to have 5 more hundred haters for 2026. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. I'm really expecting that for that to happen, man. Um, Shouts to my boy Johnny Boy Boxing. Shout out to my brother KG, the Puerto Rican Princess. Shout out to all the content creators that was in the building yesterday. Social, all y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I don't have to go through the list of naming y'all. Y'all know exactly who y'all are. Shout out to Jill Diamond from the WBC, uh, who's a great female friend of mine. Great friend of mine. Great, great, great friend. Appreciate her. She's always looking out for me. Thank you. Relationships is always important, so just make sure y'all keep that in mind that y'all have to have a relationship with somebody if you're gonna get anywhere in life. Networking, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you keep that relationship with people because you don't know where people could take you. Marky Dan, my good brother, what's going on, fam? Um, yeah, but like I said, man, the weigh-in was good. Everybody made weight. I think the co-main event, I'm anxious to see. I was at work. Yeah, oh man, yeah. The weigh-in was like in the afternoon, so I don't know what time you work, Angie, but yeah, yeah, it would have been dope that if you could have came and checked it though. It was shit got crazy though. Um, the co-main event with Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis is probably the one that I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat. Um, Shoo Shoo, yes. All the rest of them, Big Baby, yeah, of course. But the damn Shoo Shoo, I know he's gonna do something great tonight. But that Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis, yes, they say this is a big test for him, but I have a feeling this is just me, and I have nothing against Jermaine Ortiz. I don't want people sleeping on him because he gave Lomachenko and he gave Tiafimo a run for his money, and they know that. I really felt like he beat T.O., but that's just my opinion. It's my opinion, right? Nobody has to agree with me. Don't ask me how, Sway. I'm just telling you for what I saw. But I have a feeling that Keyshawn's gonna Keyshawn might pull it off. I don't want to say a stoppage. I don't want to say a TKO. I don't want to say his corner throws in the towel. I don't want to do that, but it's definitely gonna be a good one. Oh, she's talking to Marky Dan. All right, so but other than that, y'all, it was great. The Ring Magazine Awards was last night. Shout outs to everybody who was there. I was actually in the lobby after leaving the venue. Me, Blue Blood, uh, David Flat, MREC TV. I'm sure y'all heard of MREC TV. All of us together, we was in the lobby. We got to stand in the lobby, which my camera should have been working, and but I wasn't doing it at the time because it was so cold. We was just trying to get warm. It was freezing in New York last night, man. Especially Manhattan. It's always freezing in Manhattan. So we're in the lobby, and Bruce Senior, he's there. You know, a lot of other people are there, and then we go to another hotel um, where everybody was staying, and open the elevator, and guess who comes walking out the elevator, y'all? And I didn't get to grab a pic with him, and I should have, but he was on his way to the awards. Jerron Bruce Ennis walks out the elevator in his all black. Oh shit, Boots! You know what I mean? He walks out. Then Jermaine Ortiz walks out. Um, so it was dope. My man Blue Blood got to do a quick chop up with Jermaine Ortiz. Like I said, I didn't come with the proper gear and stuff that I needed, man. It was just a lot going on too, man. I was freezing because we had been walking outside for a while before we even got to the hotel. So it was definitely freezing. You know, if you were going to the Ring Awards last night and you had to dress up, the minute you came out the hotel, you had to get your ass in a cab or a car, however you was doing it, because it was freezing. It was freezing. But shout outs to it, man. I would love to have obtained the Ring Magazine Awards, but you know I got work to do. I got work to do, which means I got to up my content, better interviews. I know exactly what it is I got to do. You know what I mean? If you wanna, it's like the song says, if you want to be somebody, you want to go somewhere, you got to wake up and pay attention. So I definitely wake up and pay attention to the content that I make, and I always tell myself, you gotta pick it up. It can't just be. It just can't be about you coming up here and just doing this. You got to pick it up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm picking it up, and I'm just gonna continue to keep doing what I do. But shouts to Bud Crawford being Fighter of the Year. Knew that was gonna happen. There's no way. And shouts to everybody who got the award. Shouts to everybody that was in the building. The Fight of the Year. Chris Eubanks, Conor Ben, which I totally agree. Right, if you're a big fan of them or not, I totally agree with them winning. Their first fight was a classic, and the second one was good too. It was definitely dope. So, shouts to everybody who won the awards. It was, if you missed the awards, go back on YouTube to watch it, or you can go on my Instagram and see it. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. I just needed to, like I said, I wasn't coming up here looking for clickbait. Oh, you see, he put the Tiger Johnson on there. Oh, he looking for clickbait. No, I'm not, because you don't see a thumbnail with him on there. What you see me doing is talking about the weigh-in, but then also adding that because it was a part of the weigh-in. You know, I didn't come up here to be like, yo, Tiger, when you see them, yo, you should stab them or shoot them. Don't let them jump you like that. No, because some of y'all gonna be making dumbass videos like that. Yo, I'm just here to tell you the truth that when they see each other, it's up. No matter what city, what state, when they see each other, this is not the end of it. And it might be something that might continue today. Who knows if they're allowed in the building? Because no matter how much celebrity status you think you got or who you think you are, a venue has a right to deny you and not let you in if they feel like you're going to be a liability. If they feel like you're going to call 20 of your homies and you're going to come tear the venue up, because to do that, you put other people's lives in jeopardy. So, um, yeah, it's it's not worth it. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens tonight. I don't really have no picks on who I'm going for. Um, I pretty much, I pretty much just want to support everybody. Uh, that's what I want to do. I just want to support boxing. Um, I want to see everybody just go out there and just have their fun. Stab or shooting is going to lead to a possibly marriage in prison. I mean, yo, listen. Like I said, if you ever have to sue somebody, go ahead and do it. Do what you got to do. I don't condone a lot of stuff, but sometimes you have to handle business through the courts. Because going to attack another man is not going to fix your issue. So if you have to take somebody to court, or hey man, you do whatever it is that you have to do. You know what I mean? Some people will call you a sucker. Man, you a sucker for that. Man, I'm not worrying about what you talking about, dude. Because at the end of the day, if it didn't happen to you, you're going to see it different from what I see. See, people will call you suckers for you handling your business. But I think you're a bigger sucker for not handling your business. So which one is it? I can't be a sucker for defending myself or sticking up for myself in the right way. And then if I don't do it, you're calling me a sucker. This is why we live in a damn if you do it, damn if you don't world. I can't be a sucker because I'm handling my business. And then I'm not, and then I'm a bigger sucker for not handling my business. Which one is it? Let me know. Which one is it? Because I can't be both. This is a confusing ass world that we live in, that makes you feel like you have to do. It's like you're not even doing for yourself. It's like you're doing for them. Mike, what's up? Whatever decision I make, I got to make the best decision for me. If I feel like we're in a situation where it's worth a lawsuit, then let's go ahead and do that. It's worth the lawsuit. Let's do it. But if it's not worth a lawsuit, but see, but when you're professional, when you are professional, and professional doesn't mean athletes all the time. It doesn't always mean famous people. Even regular people with 9 to 5 jobs could be professional. Does that make sense to y'all? Because they think when you say professional, oh, it's always got to be somebody who's a rapper, a movie star, or a boxer. Regular people like us with regular 9 to 5 jobs can be professional. And sometimes you got to handle things like a professional. Now, sometimes it might cause you to raise your hand and go up somebody's head, but a lot of times that doesn't it don't work. So in that case, you have to handle things just a little different. And that's just basically how it is, man. It's how it is. Um, Protect yourself, and I always say protect your. What I always tell y'all: protect your peace, your space, and your surroundings. When you don't protect your peace, your space, and your surroundings, then incidents like you've seen with Tiger Johnson and past incidents, even with Keyshawn Davis, and other incidents that happens, when you don't protect your peace, space, and surroundings, things like that happen. Now, things are not going to always be peaches and cream in your life, and I get it. Thank you, Vay. But you have to protect your peace. Are you going live, Vay? But when you don't protect that, things like that happen. It happens. Um, that's why I always say it every day. I'm gonna keep saying it. Protect your peace, space, and surroundings. We have to do that. Um, because once you let all those get invaded, it's gonna go left for you. You know what I mean? Those three things are the most important things you have in this world. Besides family, you have your peace, your space, and your surroundings. So you just got to do better, y'all. There's no way I'm not about to sit up here and sugarcoat it and say, hey, Tiger Johnson and Devin Haney can sit in the room and they can just talk about it and shake hands and forget about it. No, it is about to be World War 10 for the rest of this year till next year. Because that's not something you could just sweep under the carpet and go away. Now, it's different if we have words exchanged and people getting in between us, but don't no fists being thrown, wasn't no punches being thrown. That's cool. Then maybe we can sit down and we can figure it out. Or we could just not say nothing to each other. But when another man is attacked, and not just attacked, brutally attacked, there's no way coming back from that. But shout outs to him, yo. You know, shout outs to everybody. Shout out to everybody who won, like I said, the Ring Magazine Awards. Shout out to boxing. But we don't want to keep giving boxing more of a black eye than when it has, when we have stuff like that go on. But it's boxing, man. You know what I mean? It's what can we do? Well, we need to clean the sport up. Well, let me tell you something. If you're not going to clean the sport up with judges, with these crazy scorecards, if you're not going to clean the sport up with these guys constantly getting away with failing PED tests, then don't talk to me about brawls happening at events. Yes, the brawls at events, people can get hurt and it shouldn't happen. But if we're not going to clean the sport up, as far as you can't just clean what you want to clean in boxing, you got to clean everything. Scorecards, these PEDs, guys not making weight. We got to fix everything. We can't just fix what we want to fix in boxing. Look, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Of course, tonight I'll be at the event. So I'll probably try to catch some footage from there. I'm not going to be able to do much. I'm probably going to come back to go live maybe one more time today. Probably, I don't know what time is it. I might come back sooner than you think. I don't know, 10 o'clock. I don't know, y'all. I might come back to do an Instagram. If y'all got me on Instagram,
go follow, go check me out on Instagram. I might come back on Instagram and do something so I could talk to everybody else, and we'll see what happens. But I have some more videos from the weigh-in that I gotta post, so I'm gonna post some of them. Some will be on Instagram, some will be on here. But just make sure y'all go check it out. Look, I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. And always remember to protect your peace, space, and surroundings. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.